Alright everybody, it's Base George here again with a War Thunder replay. Unfortunately, when I played this match originally, my recording software didn't work, so I'm going to be recording off of the War Thunder replay system. This is the first time I won't be doing a live commentary, but you know, it doesn't always go the way I plan. So this is a 6.7, 6.3 tank realistic ground forces replay. I start off in the T29, battle rating 6.7, tier 4 heavy tank. It is a premium. It has a 105mm cannon and decent armor, pretty comparable to the Tiger II Henschel and the IS-2 Mod 44. It's always interesting coming back and watching these, It's always interesting coming back and watching these replays after the fact, simply because I don't, you know, when they, during the replays they pop up the enemy markers, and those aren't in-game. So I see a lot of enemy tanks that I didn't notice during the actual gameplay. Like that, the T44-100 I hadn't seen, and I believe there's an IS-2 behind it, but those guys come into play later. I notice this T44-100 poking out, so I roll back and then take a shot at him. Yeah, able to plant one right through the mantlet, and fortunately it takes out the tank. Now I hear some action going on to my right. You can see that Tiger E. So I put one through your side and hit the ammo rack. I believe it was the ammo rack. And I know there's more tanks to the right side of the map, but I'm afraid to move in and expose myself to the left side, because there was a, I believe, a Tiger II and an IS-2 somewhere over there. This 105, man, it packs a lot of punch, especially when it comes to knocking out heavy tanks that most of the other American guns don't have. So I'm set on fire here by, I believe it was a T-44. I'm able to get 2 quick kills on the Tiger IIs. Oh no, that's the IS-2, never mind. And the other Tiger II on the other side of the map was able to take me out. So 4 quick kills in the T29 earns me another respawn, and this is when I come back out and in the M46 Patton, which is a 6.7 tier 4 medium tank. It has a 90mm cannon similar to the one on the Pershing. So I try to make my way back towards that original spot, knowing that there's a good amount of enemy tanks. And I saw that shot come in. It was from that IS-2. There's the other IS-2. Quick shot, and I'm able to pull him through the driver's hatch and take out the tank. You know, if you face an IS-2, the original IS-2, that upper plate is a pretty substantial weak spot. So a shot to that plate should do a lot of damage. They actually addressed that weak spot with the IS-2 Mod 44. The upper plate is a constant slope instead of the two-part slope they have on the standardized tube. Luckily for me, neither the IS-2 actually did see me. I forgot about that part. It took a shot at me, so I cut back across the road to get some cover behind this house. And luckily for me, my teammate knocked out that Tiger 2H, or that could have been a problem. Just making sure that that was the IS-2 I knocked out. If you see a tank and you're not sure if it's knocked out, light it up with your machine guns. Either it will recognize the hits, or it will catch on fire like those two knocked out tanks did. Now when I did this originally, I didn't realize who he was shooting at. So I tried to move over and engage him, but then I saw the muzzle flash from that Tiger 2H, so I repositioned myself to engage. Saw that Panther D and flew into the turret. Stopped my tank to settle the rocking and able to fly one right to the side and get the kill. So when I see that Tiger 2H, reposition myself. Now I'm really surprised I only set him on fire here. I thought I would have killed him on the tank. But luckily for me, I was able to reload and to finish him off. If I move back down and I see, I forget what it was. I think it might have been an Oswin. Yep, there he is. Thought he might have been dead, so I hit him, but like didn't register any hits with my machine guns. There I do. So then I go back, going right back to the back of the tank and get the kill. Unfortunately, I don't see that T-44, so I start backing up to turn around, and he knocks me out. So another 4 quick kills in the M46, and that's enough to earn me a respawn in the M26. Interesting, I'm not sure what's happening here. Oh, there we go. Alright, so yeah, back in the M26. It's a battle rating 6.3 Tier 4 American medium tank, also with a 90mm main cannon. So instead of pushing back to the left side, I moved around to the right to see if I could take out that T-44 that killed me originally. I see the M19 shooting at somebody, and then come around the corner and see this T-44 122. Luckily for me, his turret rotated just past me, so he presents a good side target and finish up the kill. So I figured they must have been down to their last few tanks, and sticking around our spawn wouldn't have done much good, so I decided to push closer towards theirs. I hear a lot of anti-aircraft fire, and I'm pretty sure they were shooting at the enemy planes, but I wasn't 100%. So I just decided to keep checking my corners as I pass through open areas. Normally I wouldn't recommend driving alongside the river, but I figured most of their tanks were somewhere else or dead, so it was a safe bet on my part. Now I knew they had at least one AAA up, and I wasn't sure exactly which way to go to get around them, because the AAA at this tier can penetrate the hull of the M26. So you want to try to get around them without exposing any of your hull or the back of your tank. So apparently our M4A3 knocked out the Google Blitz, and I believe the IS-2 off to the right took him out as well. Nope, hasn't taken him out yet. So I knew the IS-2 was around here somewhere, and didn't even know exactly where. Taking out that M4 gave me a good idea, and he starts poking his barrel out. And I put him right to the side of his turret and get the kill. So since I was sitting in this cap trying to repair, I just wanted to make sure that nothing snuck up behind us. And obviously, as you can see, there's a PT-76. Must have just spawned in. And there he goes. So now that I'm off repair, I decided to flip around and try to point the front of my tank towards the enemy. And back up and out of the way in case we bomb, so we're not all clustered together. Now I believe the PT-76 knocks out our M19, and that's what gives his position away to me.
I got a problem here.
So I'm just sitting here hanging out, thinking we're in a cap pretty easy and get an easy win. But that PT-76 has other ideas. There goes the M19, so I realized he was there. Fortunately for him, I just missed a shot there, but I realized he'd come out behind the buildings on the other side, so I just decided to wait and put one while he crossed the building.
Repeat, the enemy is preparing for artillery barrage.
And there goes the PT-76. Now, I'm not sure how much they changed it, but artillery in this game really doesn't seem to do much damage anymore. You know, I'm not really for or against artillery. I can't remember the last time I actually got a kill with artillery.
The enemy is preparing to barrage our square.
So I see that ZSU, but unfortunately for him, or unfortunately for me, fortunately for him, I'm not able to get any line of sight. So that's it. I think the final total was 11 kills and 2 deaths. Yep, as you can see, 11 tank kills. What is this? One capture and 2 deaths. So let me go ahead and I think I recorded the end of that game actually. Let me see if I can get the final stats up, and I'll put it at the end of this clip.